On that note, let's take you live to my colleague Heidi Giokos, who is in Soweto. She joins me now from Dobsonville in particular. Heidi, what prompted you to go to that part of Soweto? Is something happening?
No, Maseko, I must be honest that there is nothing happening. It's really business as usual. But the reason why we are specifically here in Dobsonville is because if you remember in the July 2021 unrest, this particular mall behind me was looted and there was a lot of volatility within this area. It's a very different picture now, and we do know that it was a planned national shutdown, so basically meaning no business should be operating. But that's not the picture we are seeing here. I'm going to move out of shot and just show you that people are really going about their days as per usual. I must say that it is a lot quieter than normal and than usual. This area is very busy, and we have been driving around. We've been to Dube, we've been to Meadowlands, we were in Pimville earlier today. We even passed Maponya Mall, and it's really business as usual. Importantly though, Maponya Mall seems to be closed, and it does seem a lot quieter than usual. But you can see here at this Dobsonville Mall that people really are going about their days. There is actually, I've just spotted a police signala on my right-hand side. I'm going to ask Asanda to just see if he can get some sort of visual there. We have been seeing a high police presence in Soweto. Almost every corner that we have turned, we have been seeing either JMPD stationed or the police. You are seeing this police signala here stationed outside the mall, or rather inside the parking lot. So high police presence, and I think this speaks to the fact that they just do not want a repeat of any sort of violence, looting or riots or any of that sort that literally brought this country to a standstill in July 2021. The taxis are operating. I've been seeing on social media of people saying but the taxis are empty, and I think it actually doesn't necessarily speak to the success of the shutdown, but rather people might be away, people might be staying away anyway because tomorrow is a public holiday. But I must add the fact that it is a lot quieter than usual. This area doesn't look that quiet, but within Soweto, it is definitely a lot quieter, Maseko.
And Heidi, a little earlier on, I saw you with the police minister, Peggy Cele. What exactly was he doing there with the National Commissioner?
Yes, so early this morning at around 6:15, the minister was just briefing over the last 24 hours what has happened, the number of arrests. Initially, we were told it was 57 people, and then that number has increased to 87 people that had been arrested in connection with the shutdown. I asked the question, why were these individuals arrested? And it seems as though it's got to do with barricading or blocking or obstructing anybody who wants to go to work, anybody who is obstructing a road or blocking a road or an entrance to any sort of thing. We also were told by the police minister that out of the 87, it's believed that 3 out of the 87 are EFF councillors, 1 from Mpumalanga, 1 from the Free State, and 1 from Gauteng. It does seem as though, according to the minister, that the situation is completely under control. They are trying their very best to make sure that nothing gets too violent or out of control. He has spoken about pockets of unrest in certain areas. Even, I must just add, when Asanda and I were driving around Soweto, we did see a lot of debris on the roads. So you can see that tires were being burnt. There were rocks that were barricading certain roads. But that has all been moved away. Most of the roads are quite clear. And interestingly enough, we did see some public transport also being affected. We're actually right opposite or in front of the Patco depot here, where we know that certain buses were also impacted, and other forms of transport might have also been impacted because of some sort of intimidation. But it seems normally the the taxis have been operating as per usual and functioning as per usual. And I think this speaks to a lot of people saying we get the demands and the frustrations of why this shutdown is happening, but at the end of the day, our economy needs to function and life needs to, function in some sort of way, and we don't want any sort of disruption that we've seen previously.
All right, Heidi Giokos live for us in Dobsonville in Soweto. Let's leave it there for now.